Now, my main purpose of coming today was actually to make you aware of 2-3 facts. The thing is that right now the situation is that the patients, the community, for reasons as I'll show, are highly dependent on their providers. They think that well, we have shown it to the doctor and the doctor knows best and he'll do whatever is to be done. And we are ignorant even in terms of the medicines which have been prescribed to us, or what is the illness that we are suffering from, what will happen. Now, until and unless patients and their carers take a more active role in healthcare, the things are not going to improve. As I'll show you the reasons why, you may feel that I am being an advocate of the real situation. What is the real crux of the problem today and how it has become so? That is what I'll like to show you. That it is actually a very complex interaction between economy, education and environment. It is very evident if you look at this area. So economically it is advanced. Environment may have treated it was good. So in a place like this, health be better fed, be more be able to understand better. That is health. Healthcare is a of health. Healthcare is needed basic. So even the training of doctors is like that of a motor mechanic. Your car, when it breaks down, you take it to the garage, the car is repaired and it comes back on the road. So your mechanic is not the manufacturer of the car. Right? So health is a much larger perspective. And then doctors. Doctors again are a very small part of healthcare today, as I'll show you subsequently. Now what is the healthcare scenario today? Thing that you could afford. But that is the reality of today. Because of the high tech, the medicine has become very expensive. And what is the future? Future is even more dangerous, because today if you walk around a hospital, you will see all these hazards. Radiation hazard, this hazard, that hazard. The biggest hazards are a tripping hazard. Don't mean force. It is that you start something, but it is not sustained. So it comes as a fad and then goes away. And the second one is the motivation hazard. The way we are moving today, naturally the situation is going to become bad to us. We have two chartered accountants here who will talk about the ROI, return on investment. If you have to pay 1 crore rupees to get into a medical college and take an educational loan for that, so the first thing that you come out of becoming a doctor, the first thing is how to repay that loan. Otherwise, there will be recovery agents instead of patients at your doorstep. So, motivation hazards is a very, very major issue which is already becoming very obvious and visible as of now. Now, what is this oh gosh? GOSH stands for actually Great Ormond Street Hospital, which is a children's hospital in London. And they discovered that awe-inspiring gene therapy and life-saving transplants go on in a framework that must also ensure that outpatient appointments happen on time, floors are clean, broken light bulbs are changed. So on one side you have very heroic activities which are widely publicized, but at the same time the day-to-day activities have to be taken care of. That makes the whole situation complex. As you will imagine, कोई भी हॉस्पिटल में क्लास 4 का स्ट्राइक होने से 2 दिन में जो अस्पताल का हालत होता है, from that you can imagine why all these things are important. And just having well-trained staff, good facilities and modern equipment do not converge to create high standards of healthcare. It requires a much larger perspective, as we will show. A frequently cited concern of health professionals throughout the world about the financial issues, as I just described you, when they overshadow all the decisions, then quality and concern and empathy, sympathy, all that becomes only lip service. Then we talk of insurance all the time, that insurance coverage, basically we already had insurance. It is just a question of how you put it across. When we chose the model of universal coverage through the government, so the taxes which we are paying are the premia that we are giving, and against those premia or against those taxes the government is supposed to provide the universal coverage, right? Because we have failed to do that, so that's why we are adding additional layers. If you have worked in ESI, then you have been covered in an insurance scheme to government. Then again you have been part of the employer's insurance schemes, right? Where you have been contributing to an extent and getting coverage. However, when the private insurance comes, motive of showed policy reports and articles in leading journals highlight again and again important problems in healthcare delivery related to underused care. To give you an example, like मैं पेट का डॉक्टर हूँ, I am a gastroenterologist. So if I am in Bombay, the patients in Bombay are much more likely to get an endoscopy, whether they need it or not, as compared to farther away from Mumbai. Right? If there is an MRI machine available in the hospital, it will be doing more number of MRIs than it should be actually doing. Right? As you go more peripheral available, so that people agree that there are lots about investigation, over drugging and all of things. Now, fragmentation and poor communication, whether between primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare services or between health, social services and education, can cause more than a breakdown of trust. When we say health, we say Ministry of Health or the health department. Now that health department is actually, as I showed you in the first slide, dependent on others. Health depends on economy, so that is finance, depends on education, which comes under the education department, and the environment, which is water, sanitation, hygiene and all those, which come under other departments, and that is contribute flood in Mumbai, which has become an annual department responsible for the flood. What they can only do is to see the aftermath of floods. But the whole thing is put under health department because it concerns human health, so it comes under health department. So we are talking of things which are totally cross-purpose, and that is why there is so much of confusion. And two important aspects of developing trust, which is the basic theme of today's discussion, a more open dialogue with patients and more equality in balance of power between patients and doctors. And that is what I'll try and show you, that you must take greater responsibility for care and propagate this information. So now what are the solutions? Cooperative partnerships with patients and carers. I have a film on Patients for Patient Safety, which is actually a WHO film. This was a workshop which was done in Southeast Asia region in Indonesia, 3-day workshop. That how the importance of between the patients and the provider important. Upgrading nursing and pharmacy. As I said, whenever something goes wrong, then you say doctor. Doctor is not the only one who is providing care, but there is a large number of team. And it can be related to others. But all that is kind of overshadowed. Everything is put only on the doctor. Today when we are talking of, let us say, an ambulance service, for example, an ambulance service all over the world is manned only by paramedics who are trained, who can work under the supervision of a doctor, can contact the doctor if they require any help, which after training is very rare. But in India, we say, no, if the doctor is not there, that is why the patient died. Even if the patient was very serious, तभी भी बोलेंगे ये जो एम्बुलेंस में डॉक्टर नहीं था. And media will also highlight that way कि how can you have an ambulance without a doctor? Nowhere in the world you have ambulances with doctors, actually. And this mainly happens because there is no dignity of labor in our country. If my son is a plumber, I'll be mortally fearful of saying so. So what I'll do is take their help, create a company and put him as senior vice president plumbing services. So then I can say at least he is senior vice president of a corporation. Yes or no? This is mainly because of the dignity of labor. How we treat our teachers, how we treat our nurses, paramedics. Tum kya ho tum? Who are you? You are nobody. And that is what kills the enthusiasm or anybody going into the profession. So it becomes a vicious circle. The less dignity there is, the less number of people will go there. Quality of people is actually bound to go down and down rather than up. Then awareness. There is a worldwide study which showed that 85% of errors occur due to lack of awareness. I as a consultant, if I ask my resident, what happened? What went wrong? बड़ी दबी सी जबान में वो कहेगा, सर मुझे पता नहीं था. I did not know. That is most of the times the reason. Why did you not ask? Because I was afraid. I'll be shouted at that you don't know this also. So it is this kind of problem which has created an atmosphere which is like a volcano ready to erupt. Can you believe that less than 3% of the errors in each are of criminal or negligent nature? And you see, for these less than 3% of the errors, we have an entire police system, we have an entire judiciary, but we do nothing about the 85% of the errors, which is lack of awareness. I go to n number of places, we talk all over, and everybody agrees that there is a great need for awareness. But awareness is resource intensive. It cannot be just created. First of all, like suppose today we have a few people here, all of you or those who see it on the web, when they start talking to others about it, that is one way of doing it. But each one of you will have to invest some amount of time, maybe even money, your own knowledge, you may have to, your own energy also will go into that. So it's very resource intensive. Dissemination of information and implementation. Because if it is not implemented, then it is of no use. When we look at the perspective of all the stakeholders, whether it is providers, patients, carers, educators and regulators, or payers, we'll agree that the common things are that there should be a system of trust, there should be transparency, and there should be communication. Transaction is for communication. And it should produce effective outcomes. And it should be value for money. Any disagreement on this? But how do we do this? This can be only done by contribute what we have. It's like a Mahayag. प्रसाद हरे किसी को चाहिए, पर कोई भी यज्ञ बिना आहुति के तो पूर्ण नहीं होगा. तो जब तक आहुति नहीं डालेंगे यज्ञ पूरा नहीं होगा, और यज्ञ पूरा नहीं होगा तो प्रसाद नहीं निकलेगा।